Video 5, February 15th, 2011. Video 5 of 5. And kind of looking back at the past few weeks, in lieu of the short-lived relationship that I had, and all the craziness and wonder at the same time. It wasn't all bad. It was a mix of good and bad and all the things in between. So, looking back, I just really cranky that night. Didn't get any sleep. I had a work meeting the next day. Long day of work. My days are always long. It's not just like a few hours here and there. It's like I'm in there for the whole day. So it's really important for me to get my sleep. And and I know that I was foolish for thinking that putting myself in this random variable situation, her house, and trying to get X amount of sleep was probably a bad idea. But in any case, that was a real life test to see what it would be like if I was living with her. And, already it wasn't that great because our dynamic was beginning to fall apart, and then also here's just the dynamic as roommates, and it's a lot. I'm not saying she's bad, I'm not saying she's terrible or anything. It's a lot to have all in one space. So that was what was going on. And then the next morning, I was upset because I was ready to take the bus, get ready, have enough time to just do my thing in the morning, get on out, and just do my morning routine independently. And Kat was telling me, just sleeping a little bit longer, I'll drive you to work, and I'm like, it does sound enticing, the idea of cuddling a little bit more. And I'm like, well, really, and I don't really want to impose. And she's just like, I wouldn't suggest it if I didn't mean it. Just, let's go to sleep for another 45 minutes or such. I'm like, okay, fine. About 20, 30 minutes pass, and at this point it's too late to take the bus. She gets a phone call, and she's like, oh shit, I have to get ready and pick up my sister downtown. So I'm like, well, I need to get ready, I need to shave, I need to put my makeup on, and she's like, we need to hurry up, let's just get ready really quickly. So I go ahead and do my thing. She has to go walk the dog and get herself dressed, and she doesn't take that long to get ready. But in my scenario I was trying to communicate is just that I have women's boots on, women's jeans on, women's attire on, all together. And and I've got a work meeting. Like, it's not just, for fun. I mean, like, this is in front of everybody. So I want to look my best. And on top of that, it's just like there's this really fine line, about passing in safety. And it's just like I get my routine, and it takes me 20, 25 minutes at most to get ready. And it's just like, it's just so important because for me, I'm very androgynous the way I look. And it's like just a little bit of like makeup and stuff, and and I feel really silly about passing. I haven't really worked out my feelings about it, but I knew what had to get done. I knew exactly what I needed to get for my day, and that's like not necessarily a point of contention. This is just one I need to get done. So that's the reason why I was going to get up early and do my thing. So she's like, we need to leave now. You need to hurry up. Are you going to be done soon? And I'm like, you knew about this and you didn't plan it into your schedule. And it's like, if we're late, it's like this was a mix-up on your part. Just eat it. Just be responsible. Just take it. You know what I mean? And for her sister to be downtown waiting. Downtown is such a pleasant place to be. And it was already like 60 degrees that day. So 60 degrees, downtown Asheville. So many coffee shops, bookshops, cupcakes, little things to look at. It's not like, oh my god, this is a terrible place to be. So, not the airport, this is downtown, this is fun, and she's just the way she talked to me, I just do not like to be talked down to. I don't like it when people stress out and take their shit out on me. It's just so crucial because I worked so many years to not do that to other people, and I expect nothing less, and I'm not saying that things can't happen, it's just this and that and this and that, and it's just like haven't really shown me something that I can really say like, oh, well, this is just one of those one-time situations. I know, again, it's a family reunion, but still, it's like, be mindful. Just be mindful of what I'm working with. If she could have offered me another compromise and said I can just drop you off at work immediately and you can go to the bathrooms there where it's safe for you to change and get ready, that would have been fine. Just didn't really extend that to me. Instead, it was just, I gotta, So, and that's basically been the theme. That was basically for me like second strike. I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like feeling anxious because you're anxious. Like I I'm really fucking good with time. I'm good with planning my time. I'm good with like making too much happen in such a little time. Like that's just my thing. That's my superhuman ability. And it's like, I'm not saying everyone should have that, but just like just just be cool. That's all. So the next day, she drops me off and she's like, I don't really want to talk or communicate this weekend. I don't want to text. I don't want to hang out. I'm like, okay. I mean, you could have said that in a way like, I'm really, really freaking out, and like, I really love spending time with you, and um, I need this time to just kind of decompress, and I know you do too. But the thing is, the language was like, I need this. I want this, and it's going to be the same for the both of us. It's just I. It's not like you, we. There's no you, we language going on, and it's just like it just shows me where her like perspective is, and it's just not cool. I'm just like, well, fine. So the weekend passes, and I'm like, I got fun things planned for the weekend. I got relaxation. I've got friend hangout time. I've got lots of good things hanging out on a farm. She calls me a couple of times. She text messages me at 2 in the morning one day, and I'm just like, you know, if you're gonna set the rule, you might as well follow that damn rule, and it's just. So at this point, I'm like, I've already made this decision in my mind. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna work out. Like, we just need to take a break. We just need to stop things where they are. I'm not sure if things will never ever work out, but it's just not working out now. So I can't communicate to her about this because there's the embargo happening throughout the weekend. And then she calls me Sunday night and doesn't really give me any time to talk. And immediately it's like, well, I know you wanted to talk about things, but I'm really tired. And yeah, I'm just really tired. I really can't talk. I really can't process. And it's just like, then don't, then let's just keep going. Like, let's just commit to the action of like a little bit of separation and planning and thinking and just separating. That's cool. That's fine. And it's just like placing me in situations where it's just like, I know you've got a lot in your mind, Christina. Like, let's work this out. Let's set aside a time, maybe Tuesday. I know you're free on Tuesdays. I'm free on Tuesdays. None of that. None of that at all. And I wanted to hang out during Valentine's Day, which is Monday, and inopportune. It was the most inconveniently and inopportune planned, dated Valentine's Day ever in Valentine's Day history. So, I'm texting her. I'm like, hey, do you want to do something today? I know that we are not talking and shit, but you want to hang out? It's Valentine's Day. And she's like, sure, sounds great. And I'm like, cool. Well, I get out of work at this time and I start here, and then blah blah blah. Here's my schedule. And she's like, well, I don't really want to stay up too late. I want to get to bed early and such. And I'm like, well, we can plan something earlier if you want. And then no response for a while, and then I'm like, well, how about we just don't plan anything for Valentine's Day? It's just a silly holiday anyways. And she's just like, okay, sounds good. And then for me, that itself was not monumental. It was just, that was just enough. That was like, I was just done. I was like, you know, the day that she told me that she liked me at that Chinese food restaurant, I'd asked her, like, I really want to ask you something. And I said to her, like, Never really had a chance to ask this to somebody for a while. And she's like, "What is it?" And I had asked her like a while back, like, "Will you be my Valentine for Valentine's Day?" And she said, "Sure, I'd love that." And it's just like that was, you know, maybe I'm being a little too picky with trying to remember things, but she said one crucial thing, and that was my big thing. My monumental thing was just like, just wanted somebody for Valentine's Day. I wasn't thinking like super duper big thing, just Valentine's Day. And like, here it was, Valentine's Day, and it didn't even matter to her. So I said, I'm done. I'm done. And I just ended things right there. So it really hurt. So that was my short-lived relationship. Um, there's a lot of details that I didn't necessarily cover, but pretty much that's the bulk of everything, as told by me, of course. But I definitely did learn a lot. I learned a lot about my sexuality. I learned about what I'm comfortable with. I learned about how I want to frame things when it's time to date again. And how to be strong and defiant and ask for things a lot better. So, it wasn't all for naught. It was just, I'm still very much recovering from it. So that was just yesterday when we broke up. And it's been the story of my life for the past few weeks. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in through. If you tuned in for part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for all of them, thank you. It's a big time commitment, an hour, and it means a lot to me because I sometimes feel alone in trying to sort out these feelings, because it's like so much is happening, and like at the same time, like I've got friends, I've got people that I can talk to about this, but it's like people experience these things in their teens, and they talk about it to their mother, they talk about it to like their friends, they write notes, and it's just like it's a celebrated experience. But then like as you get older, it's just like, oh, you're just dating, you're just doing what normal people do at your age. But for me, it was like it was another coming out experience for me. It was another monumental step. So I don't know. Regardless of how things turned out, I just want to celebrate celebrate me. So it was a hell of a run, and yeah. So I will continue my post game analysis, and I'll end this 1 through 5 series here. Afterwards, I want to make a video on hormone therapy and being 6 months into hormone therapy, and whoa, like intimacy and such. So thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for tuning in, and happy post Valentine's Day to everybody. So yep, that's it.